Quick hitch or Pat's easy chain system? That is the question. And that's the question whether you're a new tractor owner or you're a seasoned tractor owner who's just tired of wrangling with implements. In this video, I'm going to cover the pros and cons of both the quick hitch and Pat's easy chain system. As to the question of which one is right for you, well, it depends on the implements you may already have or the ones you're planning to get. So if you're someone who's considering buying a new tractor and a set of implements, then the quick hitch may be the better way to go. The reason for that is that most manufacturers, the implements today are quick hitch compatible. At least they'll certainly say so on them. But most manufacturers are gravitating toward making sure that they meet the quick hitch dimensions. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But if you're buying the same manufacturer of the quick hitch and the implements, if that manufacturer is the same, then you're probably going to be just fine. Now, if you happen to be the seasoned tractor owner who is just tired of wrangling with implements, and you have implements from many different manufacturers from generations older to new, then the quick hitch is probably not the right choice for you, and you'll find that the Pat's easy chain system is the most versatile for someone with a wide range of implements from different companies and from different eras.
Before I get into the differences between a quick hitch and Pat's easy chain system, let's go over what they have in common. First, both systems add about 4 inches to the length of the 3-point lift arms, which reduces the lift capacity by about 5 to 7%.
Now, you may be able to make up for some of that loss in lift if your 3-point lift arm has 2 different positions for your linkages to connect to. When I got my 3-point, mine was set up for this first set of holes here in the front. When I added the Pat's easy change, I moved them out to this second one to hopefully regain some of that lift capacity, because then the 3-point mechanism has additional leverage that it can apply. The trade-off there is the overall 3-point won't go quite as low and won't go quite as high when you use these outer holes. But for me, that has not been a problem, but you may want to consider that.
That extra length can create a dangerous situation if your PTO shafts are overextended, so you'll have to make sure your PTO shafts can safely handle the extra 4 inches. I recommend using a PTO extender, which you can get for about $35. It extends your PTO about 4 inches so that you don't have to worry about your PTO shafts being too short. Also, both require special adapter hardware on the implement pins. In the case of quick hitches, it is a set of bushings that must be installed on the pins of all of your implements. These cost between $17 and $35 for a set of 2, so you'll want to shop around for the best deal. The Pat's easy chain system requires 2 linchpin washers for each implement, but includes 3 sets of washers which are easily moved between implements. An extra set of 2 washers costs about $5. Both may require a longer top link, which was the case for me. My stock Kubota top link just wasn't long enough, so I got a longer one from Tractor Supply for about $25. The quick hitch may also require a top link adapter, which I'll talk about shortly. Also keep in mind that heavy implements sitting 4 inches further back shifts your tractor's center of gravity backward, making the front end of your tractor lighter, so you may need extra ballast on the front end. This is especially true with subcompact tractors. But if you have a front end loader, then you'll probably be okay. Both of these systems have additional costs beyond the price of the hitch system. Let's take a look at the possible extra costs for each. For the quick hitch, let's assume you have 4 implements. All are Category 1, and all are quick hitch compatible. The cost of the quick hitch itself could range from about $100 for the Harbor Freight model to as much as $400 for a name brand model. You'll also need to spend about $100 on adapter bushings for your implements, assuming you can find them for a middle-of-the-road price of $25 per set. If you choose to get a PTO extender, that's another $35. I chose to get one so I wouldn't have to worry about PTO shaft lengths being too short. If you need a longer top link, that's about $25. Finally, some implements may require some flexibility at the top link that the quick hitch can't provide, so there's a top link adapter that you can get for about $22 to accommodate these implements. So your low range of total cost could be as low as about $200 if you buy a Harbor Freight quick hitch and just the adapter bushings and don't need the other accessories. The high range could be about $582 if you buy a name brand quick hitch and also buy all of the accessories. Now for the Pat's easy chain system, again we'll assume you have 4 implements and all are Category 1, but they don't need to be quick hitch compatible. The Pat's easy chain system sells for between $180 and $200. That includes the adjustable stabilizer bar and 3 sets of linchpin washers. So you only need 1 more set of linchpin washers, which you can buy for about $5. By the way, this is how they go on the implement pins. You may also need the same accessories as the quick hitch except for the top link adapter. Your low range of total cost could be as low as $185 if you don't need the other accessories. The high range cost could be about $265 if you pay $200 for the patch system and buy all of the accessories. There are some other things you need to consider about the quick hitch. First, there's no actual quick hitch standard. In particular, the width between the bottom hooks varies slightly between the quick hitch makers, just as the width between the implement pins varies slightly between the different makers of quick hitch compatible implements. However, there is some play due to the length of the implement pins. Also, the bushing kits allow you to attach them to the pins at two different positions, which can help avoid problems. So this probably won't be an issue for you, but keep it in mind. The other thing to keep in mind is that the distance between the bottom pins on an implement and the top link hookup can vary, which is why the height of the top hook on the quick hitch is adjustable. The problem is that from the factory, almost all quick hitches have bolts that you have to remove to adjust the top hook height, which is time consuming. That's why one of the most common mods done to quick hitches is to replace those bolts with pins, like these available from Ken's bolt-on hooks. This makes adjusting the height much easier and quicker. Another common quick hitch mod, particularly for the Harbor Freight quick hitch, is extending the top hook out farther so that it will work with a wider range of implements. Here's how Tractor by Net member JRDE Cat solved the problem with a chunk of steel and some welding. Finally, if you have or are planning to get a 3-point post hole digger, be aware that you will have to remove the quick hitch to hook up the post hole digger. This is because post hole diggers do not use a top link and instead connect directly to where the top link normally attaches to the tractor. The bottom line is that depending on the implements you have, there may be situations where you won't be able to just grab and go from the seat of your tractor with a quick hitch. Any implement you have that has a PTO shaft will require you to get off the tractor anyway, as will any implement that needs a top link adapter. Still, if you have the right mix of implements, you can enjoy the grab-and-go convenience that a quick hitch offers. Now for the Pat's Easy Change system, here are some things you need to consider. You will always have to hook up the top link. There's no grab-and-go with this system. Also, you may have to adjust the width of the 3-point lift arm so that the hooks match the implement pins. You can do this with the adjustable stabilizer bar that comes with it, or...
But I found it to actually be easier to use the existing rubber kind of bungee strap that came with the 3 points that kind of hold them together like this, so it pulls them in to the limit of my sway bars, my turnbuckle units here. And so what I will typically do is adjust the turnbuckles to be the width as I back up. I just back up close to it, adjust the width of the turnbuckles to separate them enough, then back up and pick up the implement. To me, that actually ends up being simpler, and then once the 3 points on, I can take this off if I need to.
And one mod I recommend you make is to replace the U-bolt jam nuts with nylock nuts.
One quick mod I really encourage you to do if you choose the Pat's Easy Change system is take these jam nuts. They come with 2 regular nuts. One is used as a jam nut against the other to hold this U-bolt down to help secure the Pat's Easy Change to the lift arm. These will come undone and fall off unless you get a nylock type nut. And after losing the jam nuts and almost realizing that I was about to lose the entire U-bolt, I happen to have these. I believe these are 3/8 inch U-bolts, and so I had some 3/8 inch nylock nuts, and I replaced those jam nuts with those, and they have stayed in place. So I can tell you up front, do yourself a favor and get you some nylock nuts to use as the jam nuts against those.
The bottom line for the Pat's Easy Change system is that you will have to get off your tractor more than with a quick hitch. But it will work with most any implement out there, old or new, and will even work with post hole diggers. This was one of the big reasons I chose the Pat's Easy Change system. Plus, it costs less than a quick hitch.
The Pat's Easy Change system works very much like the quick hitch in that it has this retaining latch here that's spring loaded. So it allows you to leave it in this position, then come up behind an implement and then lift up under the pin, and it will snap into place and then hold the pin securely. You can lock the pin in place to ensure that it doesn't move with this piece here that swings around and latches it in the closed position, but this also will latch it in the open position if you need to. So swing that back around If you need to, you can lock it in the open position or lock it in the closed position, just like that.
Here's a quick demo of how I use the Pat's Easy Chain system to attach my ballast box. I've already adjusted the width of the arms to be just right for the ballast box. Once in position, I raise the 3-point to engage the pins. Then I swing the locks into place. I attach the top link the old-fashioned way. Then I can pick up the ballast box.
So if you're in the market for a quick hitch or a Pat's Easy Chain system, I hope this video has been helpful in giving you the information you need to help make your decision. If so, please leave me a comment. Let me know which way you're leaning. If you're already a quick hitch owner or a Pat's Easy Change, also please take the time to leave a comment. Why did you pick the system you picked? What do you like about it? What you don't like about it? Was there anything that I left out in the consideration of one or the other, pros or cons, or any other aspects of it that maybe I didn't cover? Please let me know in the comments. And if you did find this video helpful, please click that like button, and by all means, please subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching.